Hey YouTube, it is your Monday girl, your manic Monday girl today. So manic that it's actually Tuesday, and one of these weeks I promise, cross my heart, to not do a video on a porch with my cell phone, but to actually have my hair done, which looks really cute when it's done because it's like an angle cut, maybe some makeup on so you're convinced I'm a lady, and actually do a proper video. However, not proper today. I have a gigantic smile on my face. We are going through some things personally that will be announced later. But I will just say at this point, it is a fantastic, life-altering thing. So that's all I'm going to say. I know, I'm such a tease, but that's it. But anyway, things in the Kari household are very crazy, cray-cray, and it's just been hectic. So I worked all day, and then I worked later than that doing other stuff that I needed to do, and now it is, I don't know, almost 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm doing my video, and we sprung forward. I always say fall forward, because generally the time change makes me fall on my face. See, I have little puffy eyes. That's hot. I'm just putting it out. That's even better. Alright, so the topic, I'm trying to, oh, shit bucket. Sorry. I pressed something on my phone that I wasn't supposed to. So, first off, let me say hello to all of the girls. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, number one, I'm glad that Kristen is feeling better and Kim and Kristen were able to trade days. That is awesome. Teamwork. Yay, ladies! I think that everybody's doing a great job. I appreciate the shout outs on the videos to my video, and I'm glad that we're all learning from each other. I learn from you ladies just as much as everybody says they learn from me, and I'm very flattered by it. But also, it's an honor to be on this journey with you guys, and to have other people that, you know, if you're having a bad day, you can reach out to, you know, I mean, I can reach out to them, we can reach out to other people on YouTube, you guys can reach out to us, we reach out to you. I mean, it's amazing, you know. So with that being said, our topic, it was actually Kim's topic, and it's a great topic, I think. So I really can't wait to see what all of the ladies share. But I have really awful scribbled in Sharpie on legal pad notes, so I'm just gonna go ahead. If I'm looking down, that's why. And I'm really sorry about the lighting. I swear I will get back in front of my Nikon and make a proper video. But anyway, so the topic is that we are supposed to, I'm trying to get back in the light, we are supposed to share a story, poem, song, work of art, video, book, speech, movie, blog, TV show that helped inspire us during his transition, the transition, our transition, the process, right? The journey as I call it. So, anything that pertains to that, to the journey and being inspired. So, I know that we're all a little bit, we're all in different parts of our journey. There's a chunk of us, there's 4 of us, that are boyfriends, partners, significant others, baby, daddy, whatever, all had surgery around the same time. I know that Elizabeth's husband has not had surgery. So, but still, we're all in different places in our relationship. We're all in different places in transition. I think we're all in different places as far as where we are in our journey, in our transition. So I have two things that I want to bring up. First and foremost, let me say that when Quinn came out, he was trans Googling, as I was trans Googling. So, and if you're not familiar with what that means, it means that when someone comes out as trans, you go on YouTube and you go on the internet and you Google anything under the sun that has to do with being an FTM or being trans or anything. I mean, we watched hours of YouTube videos, of documentaries, of reading this and reading that, and how do I deal with this, and how do I deal with that, and how do I tell my 90-year-old grandparents, and how did my mom react, and, all of these things. I mean, my mom had already passed away, and I'm reading these articles about how to tell my mom, because we're going to tell Quinn's mom, and all this stuff that we've already done, and, oh, thank goodness. And Quinn came out to 500 and some people on Facebook, so, anyway, that was interesting. We still see people that aren't aware. So, we actually saw somebody at a gas station. I say down over there, like down over there, right down the street, the other morning, and he circled around because I think he knew me, but he couldn't recognize Quinn, so he just kept going, which I thought was really funny. And neither of us really wanted to talk to said person, so we just let him keep going. So anyway, the two things that I am supposed to share before I start to ramble, and then you guys are watching a 20-minute video of me sitting in my Max camping chair. Trans Googling, that's right. So when he came out, we did everything, looked at everything that we could look at. Pretty much, if it had anything to do with being trans, we were watching it, we were learning it, we were everything. So when Quinn came out, I was okay with him coming out, kind of. So I really said, okay, I'm good with the trans thing. We will put our journey on hold. We will do whatever we need to do as far as trying to get pregnant. I'm not okay with testosterone. I'm not. Not at all. Was not. Am now. Was not then. And I feel like because that was this is for real, not for play. There's no turning back. Some things, once they start to change, will never go back to how they were. It was really kind of taking the worms straight out of the can and smearing those things all over your face. All over your face. Worms all over your face. And I didn't want worms all over his face. And by worms, I mean hair. So, yeah, I was really okay with the name change and, calling him Quinn and using he in public and, the boys' bathroom and the whole 9 yards. The word husband kind of creeped me out at first, but it's because I just wasn't used to it. But I was really okay with, the most of it. The non-visible changes, right? Non-visible changes. You could change all you want out here. You can change your thought, you could change my thought, you could change everybody's thought, but don't grow hair. And that was really kind of my, my first gut response. And Quinn had a show to play one night, so I went and worked at the place that I was picking up shifts at. I went and worked his shift because he was working there. And it was an overnight shift, so I didn't have a whole lot to do, and I was full on trans Googling. And I would go between, soldiers' videos of them, coming home and seeing their babies for the first time, and then, trans videos. So to say I was a basket case is probably an understatement. I probably went through a couple boxes of Kleenex, it was just, the ugly cry, the bubbles and stuff, and it was just awful. And I swear if YouTube uses that as a thumbnail, I'm gonna be so mad. Anyway, and I came across a person's channel who I had never seen before. And so I feel like at this point I was saying to Quinn, you can transition as long as I could still pass you off as my lesbian wife, right? As long as I could say, this is my husband who formerly used to be my wife, or this is my husband who still looks like, you know, insert birth name here. I felt like that's kind of where I was at. So, okay with it, but not really. I was okay with it as long as it fit in the confines of what I needed it to be, and not what Quinn needed it to be. And that's really not a good way to look at anything for anyone else. Like, you should never buy a gift for yourself for someone else. You know, you should never buy something for someone else because you want them to have it, not because they literally want it. You know, like, I just, it's not right? You're doing something for that person. You should legitly be doing it for that person. So, I was watching videos, crying, sobbing. I came across Embry, MQism. For anyone who has not watched Embry's videos, it's little e, little m, big Q, little I, little s, little m. MQism. And he was on the Genderqueer Gang. And he is one of the most articulate, well-spoken, entertaining, can say nothing with 1,000 words and everything in 2 words. Like, you just never know. Like, and he's just an old soul. He's young, but he, you know, God, that guy knows who he is. And he's traveling. He's got a fantastic, adorable girlfriend, and they make a fabulous couple. She is overseas, so he travels to see her, and I think he's in New York now. But anyway, he can tell you all about it. Subscribe to his channel. But he did a year on T video, and in that video, sorry, I'm looking at my notes. In that video, he said 2 things that really just ripped my heart out and made me think, wow, like, if you love Quinn, then you love him completely, and whatever that means you love him. Done. Just done. And I watched the video, and Quinn got back to the house, like, I don't know, maybe like 30 minutes later. I still had the video up so he could watch it, because I was scared I would lose it, because I really wasn't too YouTube savvy. And I was just crying. I was just crying, but like an aha cry, not like a sad cry, not a this is too much for me cry, but like an aha, like, I get this. I really get this cry. And Quinn walked in, and I hugged him, this really long hug, and something had changed and clicked. And he looked at me and he said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Start testosterone. Just start it. I'm on board." And I was on board. From then on, with the testosterone, I was on board. And I was already on board for everything else. I just had to have that realization. So, Emery, in his 1 year on T video, said 2 things. One, he said that in a sentence, he said it was life or death. So it's hard to give myself a pat on the back for doing something that was right for himself. There's a train going by, so if you couldn't hear that, it said, this is life or death. It's hard to give myself a pat on the back for doing something right for myself. And I never really looked at it as life or death. I looked at it as a choice, or I don't want to say choice. Choice is bad, but I guess so. Like, a decision. Not a choice, but a decision. A decision to interrupt our perfect life. And so, if we could do it and it have the least effect on our life, then I was okay with it. And then, the other thing that he said, and this is really like what hit home, was he said, I can finally start living. I had no idea for so long that this is what was eating me up. And how amazing is that? Like, these are not sad tears. These are, I'm proud to be a part of this community that knows themselves well enough to say, no, you know what? This is wrong and I'm going to right it. So this is not sad. Please don't take this as being sad. This is proud to be graced with words like that. This is proud for me to be like, I get it. I get it. Absolutely, I get it. And I think that is right around the time that I started using the snow globe mantra as mine. I said for a long time when Quinn came out that we had a perfect life, and it was like a little snow globe, and everything was perfect, and we were trying to have a baby, and I couldn't have asked for my snow globe to look any better. It was exactly what I wanted. And he came out, and he shook my snow globe until it didn't look the same. And then as he came out and I kind of came into the thought of being okay with it and started to branch out, I realized that I was still in the same snow globe. It just looked different. So I have used that every day since. It's my snow globe. All of the pieces are there. All of the things that I want to happen are eventually going to happen. It's my snow globe. It just looks different. It looks different to the outside world. It still feels the same to me. Maybe some facial hair. A lot of back hair. And, you know, but it's great. So that is my story / fantastic words of advice from someone who had no idea that they were giving me words of advice, which is the power of technology and the power of YouTube and the power of loving one another and knowing that we are all one and that you're never alone in any of this. No matter how tough it gets, no matter what part you are at in your journey, you never walk alone. There's always someone that has either been in your shoes or is currently in your shoes or changed your shoes in for a pair of high-heeled, pumps because the shoes that they were born in didn't match their body. And I am so thankful to be part of this community. I'm so thankful to be my husband's wife. And I'm so thankful to be part of this channel with these strong ladies. And I thank you for watching. I thank you for coming back after putting up with us for a month and starting week 5 with us. I thank you to all of our subscribers. I'm going to talk to the other ladies this week and see. I think that we're at like 36 subscribers or something like that. Maybe when we hit 50 subscribers, we'll give some shit away. I don't know. I'm going to talk to the ladies. I think that maybe we'll do a contest about, for our subscribers, for people to send in what they want us to do a video on or something in the works. Who knows what we'll give away, but we will talk about it and we'll figure it out. And yeah, I don't know. Who knows? It's our channel. We'll do what we want with it. So, thank you so much for watching my Manic Monday video on Tuesday. Whoa. Anyway, that's it. Good night, YouTube. Thank you so much for all of the support.